Let's get this over with.
Things seem a little quiet on my end, so let me double check all my speakers. Alright, here we go. And we'll see how this turns out. Said normally, famously, I usually have a couple of resets before I get a good run going. Usually a minimum of at least 3. That's what I found myself. Lately it tends to be like almost 5 with Bayonetta. No, the big thing with Jeanne is basically doing like switches, like so you do punch kick and then you're going to want to do like your weapon switch and then punch kick again. Because she does a lot more damage and of course your guns do the most damage out of everything. Like right there you're shooting a total of 4 bullets. So she does an insane amount of damage. Not like Rosa damage. Rosa is like literally that's insanity. Have to remember my original Bayonetta combos. Hurt me.
Spent the first eternity quietly looking upon the earth from this holy mountain, where we only see reality and make it match our rules of the world. Aesir saw through reality, and those visions became our.
Now something else as well, like with Jeanne when you play as her, same thing for Rosa, like the combo meter just like goes soaring really high. Ace Krana actually today set the new world record for Infinite Climax, which is the hardest difficulty in the game, playing as Rosa, or not Rosa, Jeanne. In his first level, he got 500,000 halos, you know, on the airplane, which is insane, because normally you gotta be really, I mean, you're lucky if you get like over 150,000 halos, and he got over 500. But it's a different beast. I mean, Infinite Climax is a lot harder. You have a lot different types of enemies.
By dividing the power of the eyes of Aesir, humans gained free will. They could now choose. With control of the eyes of the world, the eyes that determine destiny,
There we go.
humans could choose their own paths. They awoke to their own identities. Man is but a reed, the most feeble thing in nature. But now, we were thinking weeds, and we took our first big step towards grand prosperity. The inheritors of the eyes of Aesir have been granted the power of creation.
Oh, this is gonna be really slow. There must have been a lot of lag. This is like a 31? Maybe 30? Yeah, it's about a 30. Oof, that's like the worst you want to get starting off the gate. Usually it's between 27 to 30. Hey, it's Jay! So what's special about this run? Quite a lot. First off, you don't have normal witch time. You have to get hit and then trigger it within, like, your dodge within 2 to 3 frames. That's the only way you can trigger her witch time. Like that. Oh, because I'm terrible at Jeanne, that's why. Yeah, Jeanne is like a completely different beast. She has a completely different playstyle. She has her, like, for example, you don't have the normal combos like you do for Bayonetta, or Bayonetta. So basically, like, they're what the first game combo structure was. But you also get more points too, which is still a thing you want to do. And you also do a lot of weapon switching, like you do punch, kick, and then weapon switch. And then basically, because like she does a lot more damage. Basically, Jeanne does like about 1.5 times damage that Bayonetta does. Although Rosa, I figure, is at least 2 to 3, if not, probably around 3 times damage. So you taunt him, basically it makes him more aggressive, of course, but you also get more points out of it. Like, this is taking forever because I'm screwing up all the combos. So what'd you think of Devil May Cry 5? Definitely for sure, not Bayonetta. I didn't like Devil May Cry 5, to be honest. Oh, drop the combo! Ooh. For me, it was just really weird. Like, I'm used to having games where you hit dodge, and then you'll just dodge in any direction you do here. And this one, you have to remember exactly where your position is, because you have to hit, like, back, left, or right in order to get different dodges. So a lot of times I try to dodge, and I just get smashed by an enemy because I just jump into the air, or I'd roll the wrong direction. And the dodge isn't really much of a dodge, it's like a sidestep pretty much. You're not really getting out of the way of anything. Crap. Yeah, usually you want to practice as Jeanne before you play as her. Not me. Yeah, it really doesn't... It's tell you much of like the mechanics of the game. It basically, it's kind of like, well, you should have played the other games at that point. Okay, he's dead. Yeah, this is actually pretty low for Jeanne for like the points total. I mean, Ace Krana was playing earlier on Infinite Climax, and he got like over half. He got over 500,000. I think he had like close to 600,000 Halos. It was insane. But of course, when you play an Infinite Climax, you have more enemies, they're harder, more points. It's understandable. Yeah, so with Devil May Cry 5, I gave up on Mission 4. I was just bored of it, really. I wasn't, like, frustrated or anything. It just seems like, okay, here's another person, just do a whole bunch of combos. It's like, it wasn't, like, challenging me at all. It was just boring me to tears. And that's not good. Turn down a little more. Well, it's challenging, like, for the wrong things, unfortunately. At least it was for me. But you also can keep in mind that I play Bayonetta, I play Ninja Gaiden Black, Ninja Gaiden 2. So I'm used to crazy twitchy games like that, so... It is what it is, but I mean, eventually you get better. You just gotta play more and you'll get used to the mechanics, I'm sure. Or you'll just be like me and give up on it and just go, there's better games. True. Now, have you ever played like any of the other, Devil May Cry games though? Like Devil May Cry 3? Or, because I don't really recommend number 4 because that game is clearly not finished. It's like, oh, let's run around everywhere for an hour and a half. Whoa, my frame rate is really tanking. It's the game frame rate that's going down. That's weird. I've been seeing that happen lately in the past couple of runs. Where it's getting like 30 frames per second. That's crazy. Yeah, 3 is the one I recommend to people to play. Yeah, 4 is just like a lot of running around a whole lot. It's like too wide open. Techniques. I already got L within. Let's see, I need Moth. There we go. Items. Let's see, was it Rodon's Treasures? Might as well get it now, just because I'm here. Yeah, 3 is like you play as young Dante. It's the prequel to Devil May Cry 1. Because the chronology of, like, the order of the games is actually 3, 1, 2, 4, 5. At least it's not like Metal Gear Solid. That game just gets really screwed up with its whole timeline. was like, can I spawn right into it? Will it give it to me? No. Not quite in it. Yeah, so if you get Dante in the second half of the game, that is Devil May Cry 4. Because you play as Nero in the first part. Come on, game, let's go. Yeah, it's like 4. I don't think a lot of people realized it at the time, but I mean, the game's 11 years old now. But I mean, it's like you spend a lot of time just running around, solving puzzles, and not doing a whole lot of fights. And then, of course, you get to the end of the game, and what do? You have to turn around. It's like, here, play through this entire game again, with a character who's very similar to the one you've been playing already. It's like, ooh, that sounds fun.
So, they're after you too, then. Have you been...
Jeanne is a master ventriloquist. She can sound exactly like Bayonetta.
Nope. Nothing comes to mind, love. Sorry. But since this is your bloody mess, do you mind hurrying the fuck up and getting rid of this thing?
Now, that's no way to talk to a lady. No wonder your guardian angels are trying to give you a good
Pop all my
smack.
fingers.
Whatever, love. You've already been following me, so let's make a deal. You save me, I'll show you around this joint. Heading to Fimbulventa, aren't we? That makes 2 of us. And it'll take 2 of us, won't it, love?
You...
There we go, finally got it. Yeah!
I'm going to make you suffer in this life and the next.
Yep, that's if you taunt, it extends the combo timer by at least like 6 seconds or so. Yep, it's basically you kind of learn when to do it. Like, that's one of the ones we tried to figure out what it was exactly.
Keep up.
Because, like, sometimes you could actually get the carry over without taunting, sometimes it wouldn't. I'm sure 16 Chan exists. But look at this guy's damage. It's just like his health is just shredded. If you can get her like Umber Climax going, it's like really crazy. Yep, Jeanne can be faster. It's all basically like if you can pull off her witch time, which basically gives her more damage. Of course, it's hard to pull that off to begin with. Pardon me. It seems like it does more damage. She does more damage in general. And then Rosa is just like pure glass cannon. I mean, she dies in like 1 or 2 hits though, depending on your difficulty level. But I mean, she just rips everything to shreds. I think the world record time, because I know Ace has it for Rosa for sure, is... I think it's under an hour now. It's about like an hour 15, I want to say. Yeah, Ronnie, we just call it the dark web. The seedier parts of the dark web that are just not boring places where nothing exists and research papers. So I love when people like talk about the dark web and they're like, oh, that's dark web, that's scary stuff. It's like, you've never been on it because it'll bore you to tears. I really love the commercials like, oh my god. It's like, has your information been sold to the dark web? Yeah, most likely by the company that's telling you about it. Because it's always Experian. They're like, you know, find out if your information's on the dark web with our scan. It's like, everyone is, because all the layers of the internet are connected. And then, on top of it, it's like the company had the leak to begin with. So they put out your information to start. Okay, I need you to Panther Run. Thank you. Do not crow. Please do not fly around. I do not need you to do that right now.
Where did you learn that trick, little one? I've never seen a witch or a sage.
Also, it should be noted while it's loading like this, you can't really get into your menus either.
You think I'm just gonna tell you my secrets?
You can like pause the game, but you can't get into your item management.
It seems I can control the remembrance of time. That's a big deal here.
It seems.
It seems?
No. I got nothing else to say, love.
One of my wish list things for Bayonetta 3 is that for other characters have their own lines. So like if you play as Jeanne, if she's playable in the next game, like basically that you're able to like, she has her own voice. She'll say the same things, but it's not going to be like, you know, Bayonetta's voice coming out of Jeanne's body. Yeah, we're still waiting to see anything on Bayonetta 3 at this point.
Oh.
Let's do something stupid. Yeah, it's the one thing I'd really like. I mean, out of all like the minor things that could happen in the game, it's just like my one thing. Like any game that does that, I would like to have that really.
That performance might make the back page reclassified.
Yeah. I say it'd be nice. It'd be a nice little touch, but other than I just want the game to be fun.
Little one's made me a deal. He's my guide, and he's not done guiding. I think we're going in entirely different directions.
It's like nothing's hitting him. Should have been over like 600. Nope, they can't. They're good, but they're not that good. They can just slow down time. But they can't really, like, stop time like that. That's why Bayonetta was impressed, like, okay, I've never seen anybody do that before, what's up? Maybe, but I mean, it's like, even like her Twitch time doesn't go that slow. And they've never seen someone summon a tidal wave and then, like, stop it like that, too, so. Right, it also did the time thing. I think that's more of like an audio cue just from the developers, like, hey, time slow down, you're on a time limit, get moving, because this is going to unfreeze pretty soon. Because it will. I've intentionally, like, sat there and just to see what would happen. And it does time out. Which is weird, because, like, then he has to do it all over again. Yep, you do. But I mean, you're using like relics that actually come back later on in the game itself when you go to Vigrid in the past, though. All the statues that were in the first game. It's not something you trigger yourself. I mean, it's triggered through statues, so. Right, but it's basically, it's a magic statue, though. That's the thing. Yeah, so it's like your own witch time, but it's like magical powers that are like helping enhancing it there. It's basically, it's like a ritual for like the witches themselves. It's like a test. Like, because it says like in the original Bayonetta, like, hey, like only witches can do this thing. Quit running away. Probably. I don't know. They don't go that deep into lore.
Still another step we must take.
Oh, this is not good. Screwed up the bridge skip. Okay, good. Still have it on. Thinking like, oh no, that angle was wrong, and oh boy, was it. Okay, live split was not on the screen. That's perfect. Game? Give me my damn swords. Oh, come on, I had swords equipped. I could have sworn. Dude. Yeah, it's like, why isn't the timer going? It's like, I didn't stop the timer, and I didn't. Well, I'm in here screwing around anyway. Let's see. Yeah, so live split's kind of weird. Like, if you don't have it up on the screen, then it's still running, but like it just doesn't like keep counting down on the screen visually. It's bizarre. Yep, it's the Star Fox sounds basically. Yeah, it's just kind of weird though, because like, especially because like it's still supposed to be reading up on the screen. Like for OBS, you think they'd still possibly like still keep a priority on it or whatever. Come on, God, it's like I forgot like how much they refined like Bayonetta combos for this game. Because I had to pull up my notes. I forgot to bring up my Bayonetta 2 notes. So I'm like, oh yeah, when do I shop? When do I not shop? So I had to like get everything off the screen real quick. I just hit like the Windows 10, desktop button, so that way it just brings it all back down. So I could pull up the file menu on my desktop real quick. Then bring back OBS and chat on screen. And then I forgot to bring LiveSplit back up to the forefront. The timer just, the timer was still running, it just wasn't showing it running on the screen, which is gonna be fun. I'll put it in my notes. Alright, no soft lock. Good job. Still makes me wonder every single time, because it doesn't happen very often, but man, when it does, it messes with you forever. Just about right. See, they gave, Jeanne, her own summons. They just didn't give her dialogue to record. I guess they didn't want to pay the actress that much. Or maybe they ran out of space. Naturally, they didn't run out of space. I think the maximum space that a not a Switch, but a Wii U game, I think could hold 32 on those discs. I'm not sure. It's been a while since I looked into it. I know, the Switch carts can go up to 32 megabytes, or not megabytes, gigabytes. 32 whole megabytes!
This is it! The bridge to the heavens should be right above us.
Are you sure?
Not really.
Not really, huh?
Well then why the hell should I listen to you?
This is it. Call it a woman's intuition.
Women's intuition? What kind of silly comic book shit is that? You still don't know a thing about me.
Let's just say I have.
I know that you're a Gambit wannabe. You run around, you throw charged up cards at people.
What?
They explode.
I spent 500
Are you an X-Men? Is that your origin, or is this the origin of Gambit?
I only found out the truth recently.
You two...
That'd be quite the wild ride.
Listen, I don't remember a thing. Nothing. I don't even know why I'm so damn sure I need to go to that mountain. But I know I have to. It's all I know. Does that make any sense?
Now, little one. Can't let the girls know you've got a heart.
It's not like that.
They don't like nice guys. Be a jerk.
That's all.
Is that what Bayonetta / Jeanne is trying to tell me here with the incredibly shaky camera because the computer's freaking out?
Bayonetta.
It's Jeanne, actually. I can understand you can get that confused, but... it's gonna give me the bad pattern. Yeah, it's giving me the bad pattern, but that swords are barely catching them, which is why you gotta love the swords for this.
You impressed me. Shit! All the luck.
Go, Gambit, go!
Nothing's working.
Have you tried a bad fake French accent? The Cockney one isn't working out too well for you.
That was easy.
The pride of the Umbra.
If I can just do something about that.
Game. That's okay, I need to go in here anyway.
You impressed me.
That performance might make the back page of the classified.
And open a soda. Pop. That'll sound lovely on the recording, I'm sure, and in your ears in the stream.
New model, huh? Hope this one lasts a little bit longer.
Oh, and it missed.
Saying that's just going to make me take him there. After I've taken care of my business, of course.
Here we go. I was like, come on. My inability to land witch time is going to be a killer. Also, like, her combos get, like, super weird. Like, if you miss something there, like, you'll just get trapped in this huge combo. Yeah, it'd be nice, but I mean, witch time for her actually does more damage, so you really want to do it.
I don't think you'll be able to get a new one of those.
It'd be great if it, like, if actually, like, not getting witch time actually did speed things up. Oh yeah, with her, that'd be perfect. So it seems to do more damage, at least. You know, taking a look at the eyeball and eyeballing it and so forth.
There's still another step you must take.
Yeah, we're good. I'm saying, like, oh yeah, buy moon pearls, don't need to on first. I got 2 rows of magic already, I'm good. Okay, still got guns equipped. No, the rockets actually can hit you, but like if you seem to like, if you go down to like the lower right, they seem to mostly miss you. Okay, you're dead. You can die, please. Anytime now. Thank you. This is one of the other wonderful fun bosses where you can kill it and have it still be alive for like 10 seconds. Now, usually like the last part there where I was fighting him, like it pulls like the side view and you see missiles coming at you. Usually, like you can get like a witch time dodge off of that one to do even more damage to the eyeball, but for whatever reason it didn't have any missiles come near me, so kind of interesting. But yeah, the rockets that come out, those two segments there, they can't hit you. So lower right seems to mostly do it. Sometimes you can turn to Snake to be like even less of a profile, I guess, but for me, I can usually find I can just stay untransformed and I'm good. Okay, this is bad. It's like, big guy needs to go down. Alright, first, so now we're at Baldur, and this can get pretty tricky. Except for I'm playing as Jeanne, so I forgot about that. It's pretty easy. Until he breaks free. Yes, so much easier than playing as Bayonetta, because red lollipops with her and the guns just shred everything. Yeah, normally it's not that easy, but I forgot I was playing as Jeanne, so if you can get him trapped like that, then it's a piece of cake. Troll Baller, however, the next time I fight him, that's always going to be up in the air. You never know how that fight's going to go.
Oh.
Figured while I was like, well, I'm here, and since you have more of a chance of getting your butt kicked as Jeanne, and have more than enough money, just buy all the lollipops.
Try to keep up. Slow down, will you?
Don't tell me what to do.
Slow down, will you?
Oh. I was afraid of that lower angle. I wasn't going to get the pillar jump. And it looks like I did not. There we go. Oh yeah, this fight's gonna be a pain now. So I'm not sure when to dodge with her.
This way, Bayonetta. Try to keep up. It needs something to open it.
Finish them all style. Don't care about that game. Why'd you put me here? Here, you want to learn more about your other stuff you've been collecting all along. No, not really.
Slow down, will you? Try to keep up. Hey, wait! Take care of it.
Alright, MC Hammer, let's do it. I'm trying, man. I'm trying to keep up, but I just don't know what to do. Okay, game. Camera, what the f... It's like... Camera's like, no, we're gonna start freaking out and start screwing you up. Hope that's not a problem. It's like, I don't know where I'm at right now. Camera angle got all screwed up.
Pride of the Umbra.
Just Bayonetta 2 things. You never know what this game's gonna do. Surprises you every time. I must have beaten this game at least 500-600 times already, and it's like, it still throws me off. Like right here. I don't know if the game will... It wasn't giving me the normal hops, it was giving me double jump. Okay. So it's like, you can sometimes get clipped off the edge you're not supposed to, or sometimes you can just get stuck right in the middle of the floor. That's really weird. I only had that happen about twice, though. Alright, and Hot Wheels is down.
You've impressed me.
That was easy.
That performance might make the back page of the classified.
Alright, next coming up, what I call the butt clencher. It's not too bad now, thankfully. But I mean, when you first learn it, it's like, oh my gosh. Freaks you out, because you gotta do all these jumps and move the camera at the same time. It can be quite intimidating. If you screw it up, you either fall down and have to do it again and you lose time, or you get trapped inside the arena and have to fight the people in there and you lose time.
Try to keep up. Hey, wait!
I'm going to make you suffer in up.
Yay, finally got witch time again.
The pride of the Umbra.
Not bad.
And I get the hammer piece.
Slow down, will ya?
Oh, game. Why do you do this to me? I gotta stop trying for it. It's just like too inconsistent. And you're dead, son. Yeah. We'll see. We will see. Probably not. Although, actually, I am getting a little bit better at jump canceling, which is good, especially with the hammer. It's way, way more consistent on the Switch than it was ever on the Wii U.
You've impressed me.
That variable frame rate was hell. Yes. Well, yeah, I gotta restart now because Morg showed up. Better, streamer, I need you to tell me the entire plot, please. And I haven't played any of these games before. I'm not sure exactly what I'm looking at. Technology scares me. It's confusing. Yes, Papa Smurf bad, Poncho Smurf bad, Red Woman good.
That performance might make the back page of the classified.
Which is always confusing about Star Wars, because white colors were always the good guys, and black colors, dark colors were always the bad guys. It's been like that for, you know, cinema and comics and everything else for as long as could be. Then Star Wars comes along, and the good guys dress in black, and the bad guys dress in white. So this is going to put my jump canceling to the test. This is going to be brutal. Just since I am, as you've seen so far, not that good with Witch Time. Or Jeanne at all. It's a good lock screen to have. Can't go wrong, really. So is it Bayonetta 2, Jeanne, or is it like Bayonetta 1 with the weird Princess Leia hair buns that I don't think anybody really liked? I think it's kind of universally agreed that like her look here in number 2 is far better.
The pride of the Umbra.
Oh, and I screwed it up already. Alright. Again. She had a breast reduction? I'd never really noticed. I just remember the biggest thing being her hair. It's like, because I did not like her look in number 1. Actually, I think like the designs for like both Jeanne and Bayonetta are a lot better. We're gonna do it. We're gonna go into the shop. Why not? Because I said so. You can't tell me not to.
Diplomacy is
Yeah, I think they've changed her face number too, though, because I mean, it's like if you go back and take a look at Bayonetta 1, it looks a little bit different. Yeah, the hammer is... It's still pretty good, but I mean, it's like, it's just very slow if you don't jump cancel. Yeah, what you can do is you can actually, you charge the hammer, and then you, still holding down the button, you do a Panther run. So then when you come out of it, you can come fully charged already, but you gotta stop and take the time to do it. That's the whole thing. So yeah, I used to do that before, so I think it was like in Vigrid I would do that right before... I'll point it out when it comes to it if I remember. Alright, now up to RNG. Will Rodon be cool and kill everybody?
Guys, so let's have some fun.
Thank you. Oh, like, oh, okay, one of them escaped. There we go. It's like, wow. Come on, Rodon, kill the Hot Wheels. There we go. I was like, okay, I gotta get into the fight now. Yeah, this is what I mean by, like, RNG. Oh, I said, like, people saying, like, Rodon's gonna be the bad guy number 3.
So is my time.
Based on what?
Jeanne,
That's the whole thing. There was a 1-minute teaser trailer, 30 seconds of it was pre-rendered Bayonetta stuff, and if you go frame by frame, you still can't tell who she's fighting because they didn't tell you, they didn't show you. We got nothing. I've seen Reddit posts where people have made like 3 or 4 pages worth of like theories just based off of the teaser trailer for Bayonetta 3. It's like, you gotta be kidding me. Take your medications, go outside, step away from the computer.
Not that bad, I guess.
Yeah, but I mean, it's like, oh, did you see that guy? He was wearing he had a toothpick in his mouth. This means that basically when he was a child, he was molested. It's like, whoa, 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 back up. it's like almost the same level of stuff that's going on here with Bayonetta 3. It's like people are just like wildly speculating and people are treating it as truth. It's like, you know nothing about the game. You know as much as we do, which is like nothing. Okay, so now this is gonna be Oh, I hate this fight. This fight's gonna... I hate it, hate it, hate it. Game? Come on. Alright, screw it. No hammer. Oh man, the game is trolling already. Yep, it's game is full troll mode. That's gonna drop the combo. Troll Balder is probably gonna be a problem. We're gonna use one of these bad boys right now, and we're gonna go full magic. And we're gonna stop, and we're gonna put on the hammer, and we're gonna wreck some stuff. Yeah, it drops the combo. And she can, like, suck you into that, too, like, and have it happen multiple times. I've actually had her, like, endlessly combo it. Yeah, like, her second part is a lot easier. Way more easier than her first part. We can just troll you like crazy. The last run I did, she kept backflipping every single attack. Like, it didn't matter if I used guns, it didn't matter if I shot at her, it didn't matter if I took a swing at the hammer, she was backflipping out of it. I had to, like, run her all the way across the entire arena until she hit a wall and couldn't go nowhere to finally hit her. Oh, come on, game. Seems it doesn't want to give me, like, a perfect run on this. The last couple times I've played, either, like, the horn gets caught, or just funky timing. Because while I have different timing for Jeanne, this guy still has the normal timing for himself, which is Bayonetta Rosa timing. So if you dodge early right before it attacks, then you're supposed to get it. But that last one just didn't quite pull it off. It's not too big. I mean, it's just a minor point loss, so I won't get, like, perfect platinum. Which is not too big of a problem, because I'm already over 500,000 halos, so... I'm gonna go for the Earrings of Ruin strat, because it just seems like so much faster at the end still just to use it, just to shred the bosses. Dodge out at the last second, that jerk. Yeah, stop playing with Twilight Princess.
You've impressed
Now time for My Little Ponies. Thank you. See, it's like, if he didn't, like, the first part where, like, you know, the stage starts to pull back and you're still fighting down there, you can still get damaged, and I've actually died there before. If he's doesn't flip out of it, you can still continue to do even more damage. Which, unfortunately, he got away, which slowed things down a little bit, but... Said, I owe everything to Jeanne's increased damage output. It makes it look like so much easier, but she just wrecks everything with her increased damage power. But so, if Jeanne is your favorite British-French person, Morg, who would the second be? I would have to say, myself, Jean-Luc Picard. Because only in Star Trek can you grow up in France and have a British accent. Hate to do it, but I need to switch off to the guns, because... Wait. Did you see that? It gave me the witch time, like the moth within, but it did not give me witch time from it. What was that? John Packard. Yeah. John Luck Packard? John Luck Pickard, I think it was that Q called him once, screwing around with him. It's one of those episodes where they go back in time and Q is trying to, like, say, hey man, what if you had your heart originally? Okay, game. Be cool. Be cool, man. Be cool. If you stay right here, the door never closes. Sir, come down, please. Thank you. Well, they're actually filming a new Star Trek show with Jean-Luc Picard, the character. Patrick Stewart's back, of course. Pretty much. Some people just don't age. I mean, like, if you've seen, like, Samuel L. Jackson, the guy's, like, in his 70s. He's actually 70 years old. And doesn't look it at all. This is where I normally do, like, the hammer charge previously. Like, go running into the room and then smack him that way. Wasn't really needed, though, so I kind of stopped doing that. It just slowed you down, because you had to stop and charge it outside the room. Game. See, this is what happens when you get screwed right here. You gotta figure out where the hell you are. Yeah, so I got hosed on that last jump. The game's like, nope, you're not gonna get a crow flight. You're not getting anything out of it. We're gonna face you the wrong way, so you have no idea where you're at. Yeah, a lot of people don't really. It's pretty tricky, but I mean, you can have the game super screw you there. Like, what the hell was that, first off? This level can really super troll you. You can have all sorts of weird stuff. Like, I've gone for, like, where the rock, where it messed me up. Like, and I had to redo that segment again. I've actually had it, like, go and do a complete total 180 on me. So all of a sudden I was looking at my front running, and I couldn't see where I was at. You can have all sorts of things, like you can be on side of the guy, and like, you know, you jump over and then have it not be it. This level does all sorts of funky stuff. Hey, Fico. No, it's... Well, it's going to be a world record regardless, because there is no submissions for Jeanne on First Climax. So it's instantly a world record, even if I were to take like 5 hours to do it. So... I mean, Jeanne plays faster because she has more damage. I mean, she does 1.5 times damage just about. Also, hey, Fico, good to see you, buddy. Sorry, I was engaged in the screen for a little bit, couldn't look at chat for a moment. Get a Tears of Blood. Yeah. Yeah, those Tears of Blood, I don't think I've ever got all of them. Well, it's kind of like when I did, like, world record for Bayonetta and First Climax. It's like, there's only one other runner who did it, and he admitted on the stream first off, like, when he submitted it, he's like, yeah, I haven't practiced any of this, and it was like a 3-hour run. So it's like, okay, I'll just do my run. I expected everybody to, like, blow it out of the water, and no one has submitted any First Climax runs for Bayonetta or Jeanne. I'm like, okay. Because I was expecting them to just, like, go, haha, that's funny, and just blow me out of the water, because I'm super out of practice, because I can't run anymore, pretty much, mostly, as much as I want to. Let's see... Whip over there. All the way over here so I don't get the book. Jeanne is a combination of easier or harder because she's a harder character to do. Like, you don't get normal witch time with her. You have to get hit and then hit your dodge, like press the dodge button within like the 3-frame window in order to trigger your witch time. So she's like, so she does more damage, but she's easier to yeah, she's like faster to kill people, but it's harder to get her witch time. So it's a payoff. You know, it's definitely a trade-off with her. She also has Bayonetta 1 combos as well. So her combo structure is a lot different than Rosa and Bayonetta. For me. But if you can get like her witch time, like her Unwritten Climax is as strong as it was in Bayonetta 1. So she's pretty much like Bayonetta 1 straight imported into this game. So that is like the benefit of her. Then you have like Rosa, who's like pure glass cannon. Oh, come on, game, don't drop the combo. Oh, barely. Yeah, I want to say, like, with Rosa, I think that the game is... Probably if they got super serious. I mean, Ace, I think, still has the record for... Yeah, I know he does, actually. Not like think, I know he does for the meme run, as we call it, where you play as Rosa in First Climax. I think his run is like an hour and 15 minutes. Something crazy. It's like... It is ridiculously fast. But as you can see, like, Jeanne also has, like, her combos are just crazy, because it's all Bayonetta 1 stuff, so you can make a crazy amount of money. Ace today, he actually set the world record for Infinite Climax, which is the hardest difficulty, and he did it with Jeanne. In, like, the first level, he got close to 600,000 halos on just the airplane. It's like, oh my god. You know, it's totally insane, because, like, normally when you play the game, you want to try to get, you know, as much money as you can early on. Even, like, right now, normally you'd want to get more than usual, but it's like, you know, he was just able to rack it up so fast. Yeah, I remember. Pepperidge Farm remembers too. Yeah, normally if you want to rack up the points a whole lot here, you stick with guns, you don't do your combo. Before I get locked out of it. Oh, it's great. I still love it when people come in, like, on the second Rodin fight, or not Rodin fight, Baldur fight, and they've never seen this game before, and they legitimately, like, ask you, like, oh my god, what stage in Smash Brothers is this? It's like, it's not a Smash Brothers stage. Wow, that did not go well. He was dodging everything. It's like, this is Bayonetta 2. The character, you know, you're familiar with Bayonetta from Smash. Well, this is her origin, kind of. This is the second game with her. You should probably buy it. It's really good. Really? Everything across the board? It's fine? Okay. No. Accessories. Earrings of Ruin. Here we go. So I still use the Earrings of Ruin. Hammer does a lot of damage still, but I mean, her guns can still kick some butt. Especially with the bosses involved. Okay, Rosa's just knocking them around. It's like, just finish them off now. Okay, where are you going, dude? Hold still, please. Okay, don't hold still. Rosa, help me out here. Need you to be cool. Yeah, I'm getting, like, funky camera angles. I'm fighting the camera half the time here. Yeah, the game is, it's trolling right now. It's like, nope, we're gonna have you focus on the little guys. Yeah, you're not my daughter. Who are you? Oh man, this fight's gonna really suck because I can barely pull off Witch Time. Oh no, I forgot about that. All right. Come on, game. Focus on him. Good question, Morg. Or would it? I don't know. Well, that's always the question that always pops up in your mind. Are they good friends, or are they really good friends? Or are they related? I don't know. It's like Ego Raptor did a video on, like, the start of Zelda, A Link to the Past. Because your uncle's like, Zelda, she's your... He's like, she's my what? What is she? It's like, I have to know! It's like, is it my sister, or am I allowed to date her? What? Who is she?
And now, if you'll excuse me, my dear.
Yeah, that guy's flying away to nowhere. That was bad. Yep. Very, very subtle. A lot of people don't even catch that, Morg. I'm surprised you did. Because I didn't catch it right away either. I was like, only when I was playing like a lot, I was like, oh crap. That's kind of cool. Now for the Star Fox segment. It's like, please die, don't go behind me. Usually don't see him do that at all. Not for this last part. Oh yeah, R-Wing is the best. It's like, not only do you have the benefit of, like, you know, the faster costumes that do more damage and stuff, but it's like, seriously. It's, you know, you have faster guns, because before you're just, like, using your Umbran Climax Fist to try to hit people. This is so much faster. It's still twitchy as hell, though. It's worse than the plane. It's, like, super twitch. Like, I'm having problems with it right now tonight, and I've done this way too many times to count. So right now I don't want to use my magic because it's full, and I'm going to need it on the boss fight in a second. Okay, what is this? That's another attack I've never seen it do before. I've seen all sorts of neat stuff again. It's always whenever you're streaming is you see the things you've never seen before in a million playthroughs. Yeah, it's like Felix's magic bag or the TARDIS. It's a different space inside. One final shop. Let me find out if I get hosed on the items I got or not. Okay. I think it's just gonna give me one. Yeah, I got hosed on ingredients this time. Okay, let's see. Equip that. And we're going to use this. All right. Sweet, I got the fast skip. All right. No bomber segment. That's awesome. If you do enough damage like that, you can actually skip the part where he summons the bomber and tries to drop bombs on you, so I got pretty lucky with that. For me, it's probably like a 1 in 20, 1 in 25 that I can get it to happen. Alright, so we know at least from one point, it's around 5 minutes or so from this point or so, so maybe 153 perhaps? 153, 154 is what I'm thinking for the final time. We'll see. Yes, no, it's a touching father-daughter's friend reunion. That friendly acquaintance of, yeah, I think I may know you, I'm not sure. I think you're my daughter's girlfriend, not quite sure, but seen you around. Your name is Jonah, right? Joanna? Jeanne. Just keep thinking of names that are like start with a J but aren't quite right. Okay, so it's like 4 minutes from this point, so
Dance, boys.
maybe a 153. Yeah. Well, I tell people, Morg, that, you know, when I die, I want to die peacefully in my sleep like my grandfather, not screaming like the other people on the bus that he was driving to school. Hey, it's Mollusk. Or Mollusk. I've never figured out how to say your name correctly if I've just been butchering it for months. But it's good to see you. Right at the very end of this... Mollusk. Okay, like, got it. They keep saying Mollusk. I'm like, nah, that's probably not right. It's like Mollusk, like the sea creature. Is that I am terrible with names and Twitch names in general and dyslexia. It's always a random guess if I'm getting spot on or not. Oh, swords, you were so much fun. I say it every single time. I miss you. For me. So, no frames dropped this time. Twitch has apparently fixed their problem, I hope. Knock on wood. But, we'll have to see. The only problem we had the run was that one part for like about 6 or 7 minutes where it looked like live split stopped. What happened is I minimized it because I had to pull up my notes for doing Bayonetta. And if you don't have it up in the forefront, like right now, like watch, I'll show you right now, like if you have it drop down, it looks like the timer stopped, but it's still going. Like right now you can see it 3, should be around 40. Just about. Yeah, it's like you're not stopping the timer, it's just still running, but it's not running right on the screen, which is bizarre. Now, if you want to go for maximum points for your, like, if you're going to have a completed run file, just do this, because, I mean, look at the combo multiplier. And this is just jump canceling again. So if you have like, so if you're planning to complete the game and have a file like that as your completed run and keep building off stuff, that's a good way to make money. You can max out the combo score right there. So yeah, this might be under 153, we'll see. Yep, 152.44. Cool.